In a world where vast deserts stretched into infinity, where mountains stood as silent witnesses to time, and where ancient forests whispered secrets of the past, there lived two brothers who walked very different paths. One sought solitude, the other sought connection, yet their bond remained unbroken. The elder brother, Marcus, named after the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, was a man of solitude. He lived in a small stone hut atop a secluded mountain, where the wind spoke only to the patient and the stars seemed close enough to touch. He had chosen this life after many years of service in the world, where he had found only fleeting joy and constant noise. He carried with him the words of Epictetus, who had taught him that true freedom lay in mastery over one's own mind. Here, in his solitude, Marcus found that freedom. Each day, he would rise with the sun, meditate on the nature of the universe, and write in his journal, reflecting on the lessons he had learned from the Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius had once written, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Marcus lived by these words, understanding that peace was not a place but a state of mind. In the valley below lived his younger brother, Lucius. Unlike Marcus, Lucius thrived in the company of others. He lived among the people of a small village, where his days were filled with the laughter of children, the warmth of community, and the sharing of stories by the firelight. Lucius believed that life was meant to be lived with others, for what was wisdom, he thought, if not shared? He admired the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who wrote of the importance of friendship and the bonds between people. No one can live happily who has regard to himself alone and transforms everything into a question of his own utility. Though their paths differed, the brothers remained close. They would meet once every season at a sacred place, an ancient grove where time seemed to stand still, and where the trees were as old as memory itself. It was here that they would sit together in silence, feeling the presence of one another, and then speak of their lives. One autumn evening, as the leaves fell like golden rain, Lucius looked at his brother and asked, "Do you not grow lonely in your solitude, Marcus?" Marcus smiled gently, the lines of age and wisdom etched into his face. "No, my brother, for solitude is not loneliness. It is in solitude that I find myself, that I commune with the world in a way that is deeper than words. The Stoics teach us that we must first master ourselves before we can truly be of service to others. My solitude is my teacher." Lucius nodded, understanding but not entirely agreeing. "I find my peace in the presence of others and the bonds of brotherhood and friendship. Seneca once said, 'There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with.' I believe that through our connections we grow and learn." Marcus pondered this for a moment and then replied, "Perhaps that is why we are brothers, Lucius. You remind me of the beauty of connection, while I remind you of the power of solitude." The Stoics spoke of balance, of living in harmony with nature and with others. Perhaps solitude and brotherhood are not opposites, but two sides of the same coin. They can coexist, just as we do. Lucius smiled, feeling the truth in his brother's words. "Yes, Marcus, we are different, yet we are one. Just as the philosophers of old taught us, we must find peace within ourselves and with the world around us." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the grove in hues of amber and violet, the brothers sat in silence once more. They knew that their paths would diverge again, as they always did, but they also knew that those paths would always lead them back to each other. And so, in a world that often demanded one to choose between solitude and connection, Marcus and Lucius proved that both could exist in peace. Like the ancient Stoics who once walked the earth, they had learned that wisdom was not found in extremes but in balance. As the seasons continued to turn and as the world around them changed, the brothers remained constant. Solitude and brotherhood, intertwined like the roots of the ancient trees that sheltered them, coexisted in harmony. And in that harmony they found peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more.